There is more inside you than you realize. More strength, more creativity, more wisdom, more potential. But for many people, that potential is not lost. It's buried. Buried under fear, buried under excuses, buried under trauma, failure, rejection, and doubt. But just because it's buried doesn't mean it's gone. Buried things can rise again. All they need is the right pressure, the right environment, and the right decision. You are carrying something far greater than what the world has seen so far. You were not created to live beneath your ability. You were designed to rise into your full potential. 2 Timothy 1:6 says, "This is why I remind you to fan into flames the spiritual gift God gave you when I laid my hands on you." In other words, the gift is already there, but you have to stir it up. You have to dig it out. Potential is like a treasure buried in a field. It doesn't jump out, you have to dig. It doesn't shout, you have to search. It doesn't force itself, you have to activate it. So many people live average lives not because they're not talented, but because they never dug deep enough. They stopped at comfort. They stopped at routine. They stopped at survival. But if you want to live a life that impacts generations, you've got to go deeper. There's a version of you that only pressure can reveal. There's a version of you that only discipline can release. There's a version of you that only courage can unlock. So how do you dig out buried potential? First, you must believe it's there. You have to silence the voices that told you you're not enough. The teacher who doubted you, the parent who neglected you, the society that overlooked you. None of those voices define your potential, God does. And He placed something powerful in you before anyone ever had an opinion. Second, examine what's in your hands. What do you do naturally? What are you passionate about? What keeps coming back to your heart? Sometimes your potential is hiding in what you call ordinary. David's slingshot seemed small until it took down Goliath. Moses' staff looked like just a stick until it parted the Red Sea. What's in your hand that you're underestimating? That thing might just be the key to your greatness. Third, stretch yourself. Buried potential doesn't come out through comfort. It comes through challenge. Try new things. Read more. Speak up. Say yes to opportunities that scare you. Start before you're ready. You'll never know how much is in you until you push beyond what feels safe. Fourth, stop waiting for perfect conditions. There will never be a perfect time to start. Life will always be busy. Fear will always whisper. But your future is too important to keep postponing your purpose. Dig anyway. Work with what you have. God has a history of using imperfect vessels to do extraordinary things. Fifth, get around the right people. Some environments bury potential. Others expose it. You need people who challenge you, who speak truth to you, who see greatness in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. Iron sharpens iron. Find your iron. And finally, trust the process. Digging is messy. Digging is painful. Digging takes time. But every shovel of effort, every drop of sweat, every moment of persistence is worth it. You're not just building a life, you're uncovering a destiny. There are books inside you. There are businesses. There are songs. There are solutions. There are movements. But you have to dig. You have to fight through the layers of fear and excuses and low self-worth. You don't need to be more talented. You need to be more intentional. You don't need a perfect plan. You need relentless pursuit. And you don't need to wait for the world to validate you. Heaven already did. So today, make a decision. I will not let my potential stay buried. I will not go to the grave full of unused gifts. I will dig, I will build, I will rise. Because the world doesn't need another echo. It needs your voice. It needs what only you carry. Kindly subscribe for more videos like this. Let's keep digging deeper together.